Hi, this is a breath-based practice. So we'll do some yoga stuff and some other stuff, but the thread that will be sustained throughout the entire practice is movement on the rhythm of the breath. So first we'll get still. Come on down onto your back. And draw your shoulder blades towards one another to elevate your heart space. Bring your feet wide and let your knees fall in towards one another. And for now, just take these moments to drop into the observation of your breath as it is. And of course, as soon as you do that, you start to make subtle adjustments to your breath, and that's normal. But as best as you can, see if you can simply observe where your breath is landing in your body. What the breath's qualities are, what the texture is. If it's shallow or if it's expansive. If it's slow and smooth or a little bit more rapid today. And then keep that attention in your peripheries as you shift to the sensations in your body. Shift to the weight of you on the ground, the embrace of the force of gravity on your bones. And then once you feel it, can you drop in a little bit heavier? Like you're gently setting down any resistance that doesn't need to be here right now. And then keep that heavy softness and invite a deep, slow, smooth breath in through your nose. And then gently part your lips and sigh your breath out. And another, receive the breath, take it in, linger at full just for a moment in time, and then when you're ready to let go of your exhale. And please drift your fingertips straight up towards the ceiling. And cross your right arm underneath of your left arm, maybe once, and you'll drape your fingertips towards the outer shoulders and point your elbows straight up towards the sky. Or you can take a double wrap and your right palm will face your face. Place the heel of your right hand onto your forehead skin and allow your arms to go heavy here. And then again, feel gravity now on your forehead. Feel the darkness behind your eyes and the space between your brows. Feel the space behind your heart get a little bit wider and heavier, and invite a breath there. Inhale. And exhale your breath. Gently untangle your arms and allow them to rest in a cactus, surrender, palms face up. Let your forearms go heavy and your elbows go heavy. And here, breathe your chest space from the sternum bone in the middle of your chest out towards your armpits, your upper arm bones. And then tuck your chin, drag the back of your skull along the earth so that the back of your neck gets longer. And here, take a deep breath in. And pause at full for a moment in time, and then as you exhale, release your breath without any gripping. And stretch your fingertips straight up towards the ceiling, please. And this time, wrap your left arm underneath of your right arm. Maybe it's once, and you can rest your palms and fingertips onto the outer shoulders. Or maybe it's twice and you cross the forearms and the heel of your left hand lands to the skin of your forehead above your brows. And the back of your heart widens. And we send this gesture to ourselves to quell the mind stuff. And the mind can get tricky, even though we've set our intent to be right here and right now. It can shift to a different thought, a different moment in time, past or future, in the space between our breaths. It's really quick sometimes. Today, rather than resisting that truth, know that this moment is here and you can simply come back whenever you feel the reminder to come back. It's okay. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Unravel your arms. Cactus them, bending at the elbows, soften at your wrists and soften the skin of the palms of your hands. And then breathe again as if the breath is sweeping from your sternum bone at the center of your chest, laterally outwards towards your upper arm bones, towards your armpits. And with the exhales, the breath recedes back in towards the center of your heart, the center of your chest. And then again, tuck your chin, drag the back of your skull backwards so that the back of your neck lengthens. Take a deep inhale here. Release your exhale, let something go. And then gently wash your knees over towards the right side. Keep your gaze down towards the ground, and then keep looking down as you press into the ground to rise yourself upright. And then please come meet me on all fours into the tabletop position. And set your hands thoughtfully so that there's clear communication up towards your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide and even, and spin the eyes of your elbows towards one another. And then we'll start with the breath. As you inhale, drop the belly down towards the ground. And as a response, the heart lifts and the eyes lift. And reverse that as you exhale, drop your tail down and allow the backbone to rise up towards the ceiling. And you can look down towards the ground or in towards your sternum bone, even in towards your navel. And again, like that, drop your belly, air out your front body, drag the skin of the heels of your hands backwards as you lengthen your sternum bone forwards. And then as you exhale, round your way in, puff the back of your heart skyward and gaze towards the earth or in towards you. Now stay here for your next breath in and flood the space between your shoulder blades. And stay for another breath out. On the next breath in, let your belly drop down, let your heart rise up, gaze up. And stay for the exhale 2. And again, drag the skin of the heels of your hands backwards. So with your out breath, you feel more length come from the hip creases through your heart space. Deep breath out. Find a neutral spine. Reach the crown of your head forward and the tailbone backwards. And then please find your way into something like a child's pose. Toes stay tucked. Forehead lands down, but the shin bones stay parallel towards the earth. Plug your forehead in towards the ground, right at your hairline, and then see if you can crawl your fingertips, maybe like a few inches further forward so that you feel the inner line of your arm and even up into your armpits, even up into your lats down the side of your back starts to lengthen. And then claw into your fingertips evenly and round your spine forward now as you take your breath in. Puff the back of your heart towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, tip your hips up and back and stretch back into your child's pose with your toes tucked and your shins parallel. Round forward again, take a deep breath in. And then carve your hip creases up and back into your child's pose, full breath out. Keep an engagement through your belly so that all of the effort doesn't go into the low of your back bending. One more time like that as you round forward, breathe in. And as you breathe out, drag your hips backwards. And then adding as you inhale, round your spine forward. And then keep your arms straight. Keep your inner arm bones spinning towards one another. Untuck your toes. Anchor your hip bones down towards the ground. And then press your upper arm bones back as you curl your heart forwards and up. Stay for the breath in. And then as you exhale, bring yourself back into your child's pose and tuck your toes. And then just stay for an inhale breath. And an exhale 2. Settle, forehead down, palms soften. And just ask and inquire how that landed in your body. If there is like a compression that didn't feel like medicine in your lower back. If there was too much in the wrists or too much in the shoulders. So if you're feeling this collect into your lower back, when you come into the back bend, think about lifting your chest more and bending your lower back less. Or dragging the upper part of your butt down towards your heels. That will find a sweet lengthening into the low of your back. If you're feeling it into your wrists, lengthen your stance so your hands come forward just a touch. And if you're feeling it in your shoulders, then engage your back body more. Again, lift your chest more and press your upper arm bones back more. Let's go again as you breathe in, round your spine forward. And then again, claw into your fingertips, untuck your toes, elongate your lower back as you drop your hips down, press your upper arm bones back, lift your heart and eyes, stay for your breath in. And as you exhale, call yourself back into your child's pose, tuck your toes. On breath, round forward. Drop your hips, lift your heart, exhaling. Stay, inhale, drag the skin of the heels of your hands back as you lift your chest. And as you exhale, come back, child's pose, tuck your toes. And then we'll move this without the in-between breath. So that means as you inhale, round forward, right into your back bend, drop your hips, lift your heart. And as you exhale, pour back into your child's pose, tuck your toes. Again, slow round forward. Keep your front belly contained as you drop your hips, lift your heart. And as you exhale, come back, child's pose, tuck toes. One last one. Round forward into your back bend. Take a full sweet breath in. Now as you exhale, keep your hips dragging up and back, so like you're carving through cow pose. Tuck toes, lift knees, drag your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Let your head go heavy. Root forward and down into your fingertips. Soften the root of your tongue and the root of your teeth. And undo where your head and your neck meet. Really, really let that junction go. Let your head hang. Taking a full breath in. And please let your breath go. And then rise up onto the ball mounds of your feet, your tippiest toes. Round your way forward to high plank pose on your next inhale breath. And then as you exhale, sink your kneecaps down, graze your elbows by your ribs, and come all the way down towards the earth. Untuck your toes so that the tops of your feet come down, and crawl your fingertips off of your mat to the left and to the right. And pluck up onto your fingertips and point your elbows skyward. Squeeze your inner ankles and inner thighs towards one another, and then with your chin in towards your chest, root down into everything touching down, toenails, feet tops, thigh tops, hip bones, and peel and curl your heart forwards and up. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, chin forward, heart forward, and all the way down. Again, root your toenails, root your feet tops, root your thigh bones, root your hip bones, and rise. Breathe in. And breathe out, chin forward, heart forward, and all the way down. Let's go with one more. As you inhale, plug down into your fingertips and rise up through your chest. And as you exhale, chin forward, heart forward, and all the way down. And bring your flat palms by your ribs as you take your next breath in. And as you exhale, press back into child's pose. Please tuck your toes. Round forward into high plank. Plug down into your fingertips. Firm up your thighs. Lift up your knees. This is your breath in. And then stay with your breath out. Just point your right toes straight backwards. Hit three-legged downward facing dog. Lift from your right inner thigh to bring your right heel up high. Take a full breath in. With your exhale breath, bring your knee in towards your nose. And quietly place your right foot between your thumbs. Gently sink your left knee down towards the ground. And then engage inner thighs towards one another. Let this help you rise both arms up towards the sky. Take a full breath in. With your out breath, bring your right hand to your left elbow and your left hand to your right elbow. And get long from your hip points up to your armpits. And softly embrace your ribs in. Get long through the back of your neck. Take a full breath in. And with your exhale, pull on your right hand, lean up and over towards the right side. Take a full breath into your left side lung here. And a full breath out too. Root down into everything touching down. Gather yourself back upright. Undo your arms and look up. Take an inhale. And with your out breath, hands come down towards the earth. Please step and fold to the top of your mat. Head goes heavy, knees go real soft. Look down at your feet here and balance them from your big toe mound to your pinky toe mound. Soften your toes. And then balance your ankles so that your inner ankle bone or your outer ankle bone, neither are caving in or out. And then balance the weight from the center point of your heels to the front ball mounds of your feet so you're not rocking too far forward or too far backwards. Let your upper body drape over your thighs. Now let your head go, especially where the head and the neck meet. Then come up onto your fingertips, elongate from your hip creases through your heart space. Take a full breath in. And with your out breath, soften into your elbows, soften your jaw, soften your eyes, and fold. And then go heavy into your heels, bend at your knees, unroll your spine. Stack one bone over the other, over the other, over the other until you come upright. And plug down into the soles of your feet, reach your arms wide and then all the way up. Get long through the low of your back so tail roots down as fingertips root up. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, soften your left elbow by your waist and reach your right fingertips up higher, but reach up through your right hip bone rather than your right shoulder. And then gather both arms up high. Take a deep breath in. Keep your head neutral, chin in. And as you exhale, soften your right elbow by your right ribs and reach up through your left side waist, left hip bone. Good. Gather both arms up. Take a deep inhale. And then bring your palms to touch in front of your heart as you soften into your kneecaps, hinge, and forward fold. Elongate your spine, halfway lift. Take a full breath in. And with your out breath, pluck your fingertips down towards the ground. Take a big step back with your left foot. Bring your feet to hips width distance. Bend into your right knee so that your front knee is over top of your front heel. And firm up your left leg from the back heel through the kneecap, through the hip point. And then left fingertips stay down towards the ground. Twist from your upper back as you peel your right elbow up and right fingertips up. Look up, take a breath in. Now as you exhale, please place your right hand to the instep of your right foot. Turn your right toes in. Turn your left toes out. Sink into your left heel and stretch your wings out wide. Crown of your head reaches straight forwards. On your next breath in, repivot towards the front of your mat. Bring your left hand down, bend deeply into your front knee lunge. Come onto the ball of your left foot and peel your right arm up towards the sky, twisting on the inhale breath. And as you exhale, take the lateral side lunge, right toes turn in, left toes turn out, sink your weight into your left heel, sit back and heavy, stretch your arms out wide, crown of your head forward. 2 more just like this. As you inhale, pivot forward, make the inhale slow and smooth, same with the movement. And as you exhale, do the side squat, turn your right toes in, left toes out, sink into your left heel, peel your arms out wide. And then we'll do 1 more just like this. Pivot forward towards the right, left hand down, right arm high, deep breath in. And 1 last time as you exhale, the side squat, right toes in, left toes out, arms go wide, sink heavy. Now as you inhale, bring your fingertips down, straighten your left leg, parallel your heels so they're on one line. Take something like a halfway lift in your spine. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, soften your elbows backwards, bend your knees as much as you need to allow the head to go heavy and spine to stay long. Go again, come up onto your fingertips, lengthen your heart space forward, take a full breath in. And with your exhale, soften in and fold. One more time, lengthen halfway, deep inhale breath. And as you exhale, fold yourself in, elbows point backwards. Now we stay. See if the outer edges of your feet are in line with the outer edges, the short edges of your mat. Keep that, make that so. And then from the highest point of your thigh bones, elongate your legs like you're trying to anchor the outer edges of your feet from the top of your thigh bone where it meets the hip socket. Let your head fall heavier towards the ground. without any force or struggle in the lower back. If you need to bend your knees, please feel free. And stay for just one more deep breath in. And one more sweet sigh out. Okay, find length, halfway lift, deep breath in. And as you exhale, recrawl yourself forward into your downward facing dog. So pivot towards the right, step your right foot back. In your downward facing dog, take a full breath in. And clear a sigh or anything that feels heavy. And we'll round forward to high plank pose on the in-breath. Come onto your tippiest toes. From your knees or from your toes, come all the way down onto your belly. Graze your elbows by your sides. Fingertips go wide, elbows point up. Root your toenails in your hip bones and rise up through your chest. Just one sweet expanse from your heart space. King Cobra, breathing in. And as you breathe out, heart forward and down to earth. Flat palms by your ribs, breathe in. Child's pose, tuck your toes as you exhale, hips go to the heels. Round your way forward to high plank, pick up your knees, firm up your thighs. And with your exhale breath, come up and back, downward facing dog. Let your head be super heavy. Stretch your arms, palms, fingertips a little bit longer out ahead of you. Come forward again, high plank pose, taking your inhale. Keep the plank as you exhale, point your left toes straight backwards. Three-legged as you inhale, reach your left heel up high. And as you exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose. And place your left foot between your thumbs. Bring your right knee down towards the ground. And then engage through the midline, hug inner thighs. Rise up through both arms, take a full breath in. And as you exhale, hold opposite hand with opposite elbow overhead, hugging your ribs in, anchoring your tail down. Get long and sweet through the back of your neck. Root your left big toe and carve your left hip crease back. Take a breath in to elongate. And then as you exhale, pull on your right elbow to peel your elbows up and over towards the left side. Squeeze your right bum. Take a breath in. Stay for your exhale too. Then gather yourself upright. Undo your arms. Reach them up. Look up. Inhaling. And as you exhale, hands come down to earth. Lift your back knee and step forward to fold, top of your mat. Elongate your spine, hip creases go back, heart forward, breathe in. And as you exhale, soften your elbows, soften your eyes, soften your skull, and fold. Please dig your weight into your heels, bend your knees a lot, and roll up to rise up, stacking your bones. When you come upright, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, soften into your right elbow, bring it towards your waist as you peel your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Rise both arms back up, take an inhale. And as you exhale, soften your left elbow by your waist as you peel your right fingertips up higher from the hip bone, from the rib bones, not so much the shoulder. And gather both arms up high, take a deep breath in. With your exhale breath, bring your palms through heart center, hinge forward and fold forward, drop your head, drop your arms, soften your knees. Elongate, hips go back, heart goes forward, breathing in. With your exhale, plug your fingertips down, take a big step back with your right foot this time. Long step, 90 degrees in your front leg, front knee over front heel. And then the right fingertips stay down towards the ground, engage your inner thighs. And from the back of your heart, Peel your left elbow, then left fingertips up, twist, breathing in. With your out breath, the left hand comes to the instep of the left foot. Turn your left toes in, turn your right toes out, sink into your right heel. And as the crown of your head stretches forward, the arms stretch out wide. Pivot back forward as you inhale. The right hand comes down, left toes turn forward, left arm goes high, twisting on the inhale. And as you exhale for the side squat, left toes turn in, arms go out wide, sink into your right heel, stretch the crown forward. 2 more times as you inhale, right hand comes down, pivot towards the left, left arm goes high, heavy into your left heel, breathe in. With your out breath, the left toes turn in, right toes turn out, sink into your right heel. Now as you inhale, straighten out your right leg, bring your fingertips towards the earth. You can walk your feet a little bit wider and lengthen your spine. So root down the knife edges of both feet, lengthen the spine from hip creases through heart space. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, soften your elbows backwards and bow forwards. We'll do 2 more like this. As you inhale, elongate, hip creases through heart space. Breathe in. Exhale, fold in, go again, lengthen. Fold in, go Okay, find space on the inhale. And as you exhale, crawl your way into downward facing dog, crawl towards your left foot, step left foot back to meet right foot, and land. Come up onto your tipiest toes on the inhale breath. Sink your knees down towards the ground, and then wide, sink your hips back, child's pose, flip your palms towards the ceiling. Make contact between your brow line and the earth. And linger here until the rate of your breath comes back to normal, conscious, slow, and smooth. And reflip your palms to face down to earth. Crawl them forward just an inch as you take your next breath in. And as you exhale, bring both of your hands over towards the right side so that they come off of your mat. Find your left hip and make it heavier on the ground. And then take your left hand, stack it over top of your right hand, and weave your fingers together. And once you have that weave, let your left hip go heavy again so that there's almost a sensation of hanging your left side off of your right fingertips. Find your left armpit and get it softer. And then the last little layer, you can bring your left temple down towards the earth. And then find the left side of your neck and get it softer. Please breathe in. Let go of your breath. And undo left hand from right hand. As you inhale, come through center. And as you exhale, go left. Go heavy through the right hip. Heavier still. And come to bring your right hand over top of your left hand. And again, like you're hanging your right side body off of your left side, your left fingertips now. Let that be so that you feel the space between your ribs on the right side get longer. From your right hip to right fingertips, more spacious. Bring your right temple down towards the ground. And then maybe even feel the skin of your armpit, of the right side of your neck. Get some relief. Receive your breath. Gently release it back. And slowly bring yourself back through to center. And press into your palms to rise up and sweep your shins out from underneath you. Please come down onto your back. And from your back body, place both of your feet onto the right side of your mat and pick up your hips, bring them to the right side of your mat. And we'll draw the knees in towards the chest. Bring your arms into the cactus and let your knees fall over towards the left side. And then take your right hand to your left rib basket, like you're spooning yourself. And then get a good hold of your ribs, and then with that grasp, spiral them up towards the ceiling. So it's a little self-assist to create a little bit more rotation in through your spine. If you have something to place between your inner knees, like a block or a pillow, that should feel really sweet for your lower back, so you're welcome to do that. We'll just stay for one slow, smooth, deep breath in. Feel it inflate both sides evenly. And at the peak of your inhale, pause just for a moment in time. And exhale your breath. Remove the block or pillow if you have it. Bring both of your feet to the left side. Press into your feet. Bring your hips to the left side. Draw your knees up into your chest. And roll your knees over towards the right. Now you can put that block in between your knees again. Take your left fingertips around your right ribs and roll your right ribs more up towards the ceiling and land in your cactus. Surrender arms, palms facing the ceiling. Soft across the skin of your palms. Drop your bones. Take this next breath in to comb into the spaces that feel like knots. Linger at full. And gently release your breath. And then remove the block again if you have it and place it off to the side. Bring your knees through center. And before we land in Shavasana, bring your hands onto your low belly. Press into your feet, lift your hips, and just in the most gentle rhythm, tap your sacrum onto the ground. A little to the right, a little to the left. And then pause, sit still. Now stretch your right leg and then your left leg. Keep your hands connected to you, body, belly, heart, ribs. Take one more breath that you have influence over. So breathe in and see how sweetly you can reach the breath. So there's no intensity, no forcefulness, but breathe in as full as you softly can. And let that breath go. And then let the control of your breath go. But with your hands on your body, wherever they have landed, feel settled and grounded, and feel the tactile communication of your breath inside of you. The sweet and gentle, quiet rise and fall, the ebb and flow. And then stay in this experience of simply watching, gently observing without needing to change or fix anything, without needing to make anything more or less. And when you're ready to rise out of your practice, take that quality with you in your eyes, in your inner eye, so that whatever it is that you confront today, you can meet it with these soft, open eyes. That come through the lens of love and the lens of allowance, rather than of judgment or right or wrong. This is how we can start to live our practice and make this work really potent and valuable, not just for us and our bodies, but for the people that we interact with in our community. But first we practice, so give yourself the time to soften your lenses, to soften your edges. And when you're ready to rise, you do that in your own sweet time.